Hey everybody, welcome once again to Warehouse Church online worship. As the world is just kind of crazy all around us and everyone is looking for an end to this COVID-19 crisis so we can all get back to whatever we were doing before that's normal. Well, we know that God is sovereign. He has purposes, that He's always working redemptively in all of this. So even though we can't meet together, physically together in the same building, in the same space, we can still connect here online. And that is so cool. Remember, the kingdom of God is all about relationships that are based on love and forgiveness. God's love for us, and then His forgiveness in our lives, and then our love and forgiveness of others as we just swim in God's ocean of mercy and ongoing forgiveness that we receive from Him. We pass it on to others. So very cool to be able to meet together online. For me, this is just a really cool time. And you'll maybe notice it sounds a little bit more reverberant here. I'm upstairs in the auditorium at Warehouse Church. And I don't know if you will see Steve Sherrill's backdrop again. So we definitely wanted to give you one more chance to look at that, kind of the some of the elements of the skyline of Aurora, Illinois. We got the fire station there. We've got Leland Towers, the old library, the Paramount Arts Center right there. And very cool. We want to say thanks, Steve. Remember 2 weeks ago, right up here, it's right up there, it said, "Welcome home, Mike and Shelley." Mike and Shelley Cochran were with us 2 weeks ago. That was very, very cool. But today it's, again, an online worship experience. We thank everybody that's involved. And for me, this is kind of a Sunday where we're thinking about those folks we know and love, but might live quite a distance from us. Here I've got my Yonder Boy t-shirt on. Yonder Boy was the name of the band of Randy Kirkman. So hi, Randy and Becky, watching from Ireland. And you can catch their Becky Hemingway music sets online, which, again, it's been very, very cool to have a lot of these opportunities to see some music posted online, often from people's houses, from their living rooms. It's been awesome. And speaking of that, here's kind of how all of this works. It's pretty much the same as last week on this Warehouse Church online worship page. Just keep scrolling down the different elements. You'll see a YouTube video, then click on it. And for you kids and parents, you'll notice that, same as we had last week, the link to Warehouse Kids online. And our Warehouse Kids director, Holly Crawford, has gotten together some really cool kids worship music and some other teaching stuff. So that's awesome. So kids and parents, just go back up to that link right above here and check that out. And then for worship music, we've got Joe and Amy and Kyra Pettit. Thank you so much for you guys. They're often serving at River Valley Community Church and a number of other places, but they were kind and gracious enough to be able to sit down with a guitar and help us to worship. So definitely take your time to be able to really enter into worship of the Lord. And that's great. So thank you to the Pettits for helping us with that. And I'm really glad to have us be able to hear from Joe Holman. Joe will be bringing the sermon teaching this morning, wrapping up our series called Seek God. And Joe's going to be talking about seeking God's protection. Then after the sermon, we have some comments, thoughts, and prayer led by the other elders at Warehouse Church that I am so blessed to be able to co-lead with, Dave Miller, Rev, and Gary Moody. So definitely check that out. Pray along with them. It was great yesterday to be scrolling through my Facebook feed and find a really good song by our dear friends and Warehouse family members, John and Michelle Thompson, along with their son Jesse. And I guess Jordan was behind the camera. So you definitely want to check that out. As soon as I watched that yesterday, I got a hold of John and said, "Hey, would you mind just giving us a little bit of intro with you and Michelle and greet the Warehouse family? We love and miss you guys." And then I'll see you at the end. I'll just have a wrap-up comment, maybe a prayer down at the bottom of the page. So, all right, Lord bless you. And thank you for stopping here at the Warehouse Church online worship page.